Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spirit of 97 with Borussia Dortmund. It's been quite a while since I last saw you now, but we had a fairly decent end to last season and we've had a massive start to this season, including some humongous transfers. We are now essentially almost a Galacticos team, so yeah, let's have a look and see what's going on. Before we get into the video though, if you can all do me a favour, you know what to do. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Just comment Galacticos because that is basically what we are now. We need to start delivering. I think if I can't win the Champions League with this team, I think I should just quit. Personally, honestly, I really think I should just quit if I can't win the Champions League with this team. Let's take a look at, well, not let's take a look because I can't because it's from last season, but when I last saw you, we played Liverpool and we beat them 2-1 at Anfield, but it meant that we lost 3-2 on aggregate in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We then went and beat Bayern Munich in the league, and then we beat them in the semi-final of the Cup as well. So we did get to another Cup final, which we won. We beat Cologne 3-1 in the final. We were 1-0 down. We were absolutely dominating them. Karim Adeyemi managed to get a 92nd minute equaliser, and then we went on to win in extra time. We scored 2 goals in extra time when we won 3-1. So we did get a trophy last season. We didn't win the league. Bayern Munich won that. We threw away a chance with a stupid 2-2 draw. I think it was against someone like Mainz again. So once again, the board gave us 55 million to spend in the transfer window, but we had quite a lot of interest for some of our big players. Jude Bellingham mainly being one from PSG, and we were unable to convince him to stay. So he went. So yeah, let's look into transfers because that's obviously the best place to start. And what you will notice is that despite me saying this has been a Galactico transfer window, we are actually in the positives. We're actually 12 million in profit. So even though we signed the likes of Gavi, Alessandro Bastoni, Martin Odegaard, and Kylian Mbappe for mega money, we are actually in £12 million worth of net profit for this season. That's because we sold Hector Bellerin. We only made about like half of the money back on him, but you know what? It was fine. He did a job for us. Presnel Kimpembe, he went to Inter Milan. He was a part X with Bastoni. Meant that we managed to get Bastoni for probably about just under half, maybe, of what Inter Milan wanted for him. Franck Kessie, we sold him to Barcelona for 70 mil. Just about managed to recoup some of what we spent on him when we brought him in from Milan. A few other things like Willem Brugelmans, he is a regen who we signed from Anderlecht. He's gone straight back on loan there. Illa Hiker, he is someone who's come through our youth squad. He's gone out on loan to our new affiliate in 1860 Munchen because we can't have Dusseldorf anymore because Dusseldorf are in the Bundesliga. Ishmael Kamara, he's another regen we signed, new gem we signed from Sochaux. He's gone to Montpellier. Kaiki, we sold to Fulham for 56 mil, which I think is really good business. Emil Smith Rowe, we made about 5 mil profit on him to Cologne. He wasn't happy that he wasn't playing as a number 10 advanced playmaker. So, you know what, I didn't mind letting him go. Jude Bellingham, as you see, 105 million to PSG. Marcelo Maloney, he was a youngster we signed, a young striker. He looks really good. I think he's about 17. He's gone out to 1860 Munchen. Martin Odegaard was basically signed as a combination of a replacement for either Jude Bellingham, which obviously Gavi can also do, but also for Yusuf Demir, who we got 81 million from Arsenal for. Yeah, he was someone who was decent, don't get me wrong, but making like a 70 mil profit on him, I thought it was, you know, we might as well make the most of it, especially when we've got the likes of Adeyemi, Odegaard now, Gavi, you know, quite a few other people who can play in his position. The two positions that he was playing, obviously, either as a like wide inside forward on the right or a number 10. Yeah, you know, to get that level of money for him, it meant that I could then buy Kylian Mbappe from Bayern Munich for 152 mil in total. The rest of the deals were pretty much just loans on some of our young players. Who you know, have gone to really decent level teams where they can hopefully develop really well for us and come back next season, if there is a next season, because hopefully we're going to win the Champions League this season, and if so, we might not really see them much. But yeah, Champions League wise, We have already played 2 games in our group. We're going to see a third game today. Our group is PSG, Dynamo Kiev, and Olympiacos. We lost 2-1 to PSG at home. Sounds really salty, but I kind of blame my analysts for that a little bit. The analyst said, PSG concede an average of about a chance every 22 minutes when you play 4-4-2. And when I looked at the data hub, it showed that a lot of their passes, they played out from the back. The majority of their passes were between their 2 centre-halves. So I thought, well, you know what, makes sense. If you put 2 strikers up against the centre-halves, the chances are they're going to win the ball back. Didn't really work. We were 2-0 down at half-time through 2 goals from Luka Jovic. Changed the formation, reverted back to what we kind of know, like a 4-2-3-1. And within about 5 minutes, we scored through Mbappe, but we weren't able, unfortunately, to capitalise and make any more of the chances that we created. We then beat Dynamo Kiev, I think, 3-0, using a slightly different formation, a very different formation, which we've been trialling a little bit, which is just slightly lower intensity than our other 2 formations. So I'm using it as kind of like a energy saver, really, for want of a better word. And it is this. It's basically like I guess you'd say like a 2-3-3-2, but it can easily go into like a 4-4-2 diamond to conserve a lead if need be. You just basically drop the wing backs into full backs. Kimmich basically becomes part of a 3-man defence, so it almost turns into like a 3-4-3. And it's worked okay so far. We beat Bayer Leverkusen using it. We beat Dynamo Kiev using it. Trying to think what else. I think that's it. Maybe I think we've only used it a few times. Our main formation, which has been our go-to over the last few seasons, the 4-1-1-4-1, 4-1-1-4. We have tweaked it a little bit. Normally, that's not Wirtz playing as a BWM. That's maybe like Dario Asugo or Kimmich. We've tweaked this a little bit just to compensate, because I think as the players have changed, some of the like the shadow striker and stuff weren't working as well as they had done when we had the likes of Marco Reus there. Yusuf Moukoko, he's being very annoying. He is no longer classed as inconsistent, and when you look at 92 goals, 105 appearances, and his stats and everything, they're fantastic. He's only 20. I just wish he'd deliver more regularly. I really just wish he'd deliver more regularly. I'm actually training him as an inside forward on the right-hand side as well. He's an option, I think, that he could potentially play there for us. Dusan Vlahovic, again, he's good. He is good, and he does get the goals. I just think sometimes I want him to really just deliver a bit more. So the good thing with this formation is we play Mbappe often there alongside Adeyemi. And it gets probably potentially, or Vlahovic, potentially our 2 best strikers at the moment, because Adeyemi, I think, might be someone who can do a slightly better job up front at the moment compared to Moukoko, but we'll see. In the meantime, well, still left me facing the way, but you've not missed anything important. Have a quick look at the schedule that we've had. We were robbed against Bayern Munich, and we have just been kind of not robbed against Gladbach, but it's left a bit of a bitter taste in the mouth. Oh yeah, and another thing worth mentioning is that we beat Bayern Munich this time in the Super Cup. Bayern Munich equalised in the 91st minute through a Dayu Upamecano header, but we then thankfully managed to win on penalties, believe it or not. Strolled through the cup. I know it doesn't look it, but 2-1 against Wolfsburg, who are, I think, a Bundesliga 2 teams. They're probably like the highest level team we've actually played at that stage of the competition for a long time. Hanover, we absolutely slaughtered. Matthias de Ligt got a hat-trick. Werder Bremen, we then beat thanks to a Vlahovic hat-trick. Bayern Munich, as you can see, we lost. So I honestly don't know how we weren't in this game before the 91st minute. We had a goal disallowed. It's not quite an FMing, but you can see we pretty much created 2 to 3 times the number of chances that Bayern Munich did. 3 times the number of corners. Literally, we equalised in the 91st minute, and then Mbappe hit the inside of the post, and it rolled across the goal. And I really think Vlahovic, who was on up front, could have just flung himself at it, and it would have gone in. It wasn't that far. He kind of just watched it roll past him. It was literally rolling about 3 yards in front of the line, and he really could have just launched himself at it, and he didn't. And then Bayern Munich went and countered and scored the winner. So that was a real kick in the teeth. As I said, we lost 2-1 to PSG, then beat Augsburg 4-0, then beat Leverkusen 3-1, Kiev 3-0, and then we just lost to Gladbach thanks to a 93rd minute Alex Collado winner, which again was a bit of a kick in the teeth. Today we're playing Leipzig, and then we've got Olympiacos in the Champions League, and then that'll probably do us until after January now, I would have thought, because realistically it should be plain sailing really through the group. PSG are obviously going to be tough, but Dinamo Kiev and Olympiacos are not going to pose much of a threat to us, I don't think. So it should be quite simple for us to get through. It's just whether we can steal that first spot really is going to be the main one. So for the game against Leipzig, they're going with a standard 4-2-3-1. We are going with our nice little weird 2-3-3-2. We're just going to try it and see how it does against these. Like I said, it did well against Leverkusen, and Leipzig probably got slightly more quality, I think. You know, it'd be disrespectful to Leipzig to say that. But it'd be interesting to see how it fares against them. Like I said, it can quite easily become a 4-1, like a 4-4-2 diamond, sorry. Depending on how the game goes. So we're going with Mbappe and Adeyemi up top. Not sure that's necessarily the way to go, but I think at the moment, based on form... man. Gonzalo Ramos. Great header. Nice. It's generally a bit more of a direct play style as well. It's less like tiki-taka, gegenpress. It's just quite a slightly lower tempo, long ball forwards. It's just a tactic that I adapted. Basically like a counter-attacking style tactic that I adapted. Good effort. That looked like it went out for a corner. Oh, dear me. Wan-Bissaka getting through there. I think I'm going to stick... I'm just going to drop PK and Mendes back and just go more traditional because their wingers are proposing... I can't even think of the word. Are creating too much of a threat. Mbappe with the cross. Mendes at the far post. Unlucky. Come on. Delict clips the bar. Unlucky. Great block from Delict. Really good block. High defensive line is not working potentially in that regard. Come on, yeah, I'm happy for you to play out defence a bit more. You might as well. Go a little bit less direct. Wake up a little bit there, Mbappe. Nice play. Lovely pass from Odegaard. Mbappe's in. He went for the chip, but it's like it got stuck under his foot. And then the defender swooped in and blocked it. That was a really nice play. They have been terrible so far, really, haven't they? Let's face it. Gavi's having a poor game. But we've just come back from an international break, so quite a lot of players are fatigued. Oh, come on, Nuno. He had like a bit of a slow start to the season. He was injured, and since he's come back, he's not been great. Like Tajani, who we were playing instead while he was injured, has probably been better than him, really. Right, I think we're going to have to tweak this because this is not working and we need to get ourselves back in this game. So we brought on Vlahovic. We've gone to 4-2-3-1. Mbappe and Adeyemi have gone out onto the wings. Erdegaard's become the number 10. And we brought on a youngster we signed from like Sparta or something to play in midfield. Great pass from Asugo into Adeyemi. Come on. Cross. Erdegaard. Come on. Yes. I've got a feeling they're going to give that. I thought they might have tried to class it as offside for a second then. But I think it was a tackle on Erdegaard, you see. Which sends it straight to Vlahovic. Yeah, Gvardiol on Vlahovic on Erdegaard sends it straight into the path of Vlahovic. Yeah. Good, good, good. Now, come on, we've got 20 minutes. Let's get the winner. Still got one sub left to make as well, but I don't know. It's looking like it's probably going to have to be Erdegaard, but we've not really got anyone fit enough on the bench we can bring on. What might I have to? Who can we bring on for him? Because I don't think I've got Wirtz in here. Oh no, I have got Wirtz. But he's really tired. Okay, Udesh can play there, so he'll go. And we'll maybe play him as a shadow striker because he is more of a striker. Vlahovic is in. Dusan! Was that just straight from the back from Mendes? It was. Look at that. Right over the defence. Vlahovic in. And the little cheekiest of chips. And Vlahovic has turned the game on its head, thankfully, since he's come on. Come on, defend the set piece. Defend the set piece. Get out. Get out. I really don't think he was offside. He looked onside to me. It was disallowed. Okay, I want to see that back because he... So it's Poulsen here. Oh, yeah, he was as well. Only just. Blimey. Fair play. Good spot, referee. Or VAR, however it was. Whichever one of you it was. Time to spit house our way through now to the end. That's got to be it. Lovely comeback win against league rivals. Sends us top of the table. No complaints in the end. In the end, don't get me wrong, it was not plain sailing. Yeah. So now we've got Olympiacos next. Match week 3 in the Champions League. So it's gonna end up being a little bit of a longer video today because we're doing 2 games. We've had a lot of stuff to catch up on. So we've had to make quite a bit of rotation for the Olympiacos game because a lot of players were tired. We're going with the 4-2-3-1. I'm trying to build up a bit more familiarity with this now because, like I said, it's a subtle change on the formation, like the play style that we had previously. I've removed like the underlap overlap for now. Just trying to see if something a bit more simple works while like some of the newer players bed in still, because like I said, with the change in personnel and even, you know, simple things like players like foot preference, like playing Odegaard as like a right-sided number 10 didn't work. Playing him as a left-sided number 10 was definitely an option, but you know, I wasn't convinced that that was necessarily the way to go still. I'm just trying something different, like, cause obviously last season we did chop and change with formations and it didn't always work that well for us. You know, I'm trying to find a new, like, well, not a new play style. I'm trying to sort of refine our play style a little bit more There we go. Darwin Núñez into Gavi for 1-0 inside 9 minutes. Lovely. And I just want to start building a bit of consistency to build up this sort of challenge for the treble, really. You know, we've got to go for the title. We've got to try and regain the title. We're 2 points off Bayern Munich at the moment. They won their game in hand on the Sunday against Fortuna Dusseldorf. You know, Champions League, we've got to get it. We've really got to get it. If we can't win the Champions League, oh my word, Vlahovic blocking Núñez's shot. Yeah, then there's something seriously wrong with us. This is probably going to be the formation we're going to settle on, I think, and maybe stick with like Vlahovic up top, and maybe go Mbappe on the left, Adeyemi on the right, or Moukoko, depending on how Moukoko does there, with Ødegaard and Kimmich maybe in the midfield. I think Gavi or Wirtz is the number 10, and then possibly PK at right back, or can play Kimmich at right back, and then Nuno Mendes, Bastoni and De Ligt as the other defenders. Angelo, good cross. Darwin Núñez at the far post, keeper missed it. 2-0. I'm also going to record the next Pentagon episode after this. A lot has changed since we last did one. I did record an episode on Boxing Day, but for some reason the audio didn't work. So yeah, but yeah, make sure you keep your eye out for that one. I will be recording that next. I will also be doing my first rebuild this week as well. That's 3-0. I think he was onside. Yeah, my first rebuild video, 5-season rebuild video. He was offside. Okay. Oof, that's close. Oof, that was lucky. Good save by Nana, because was it Ramos missed that one then? Also, I discovered the other day, I probably should have paid attention a bit more to this. Some new gen I signed from Colombia, obviously, centre half. I was like, oh, he's a centre half. His heading's only like 9. Look at his jumping reach at 16, and he's 6'6". So he's an absolute tower of a man. Excuse me, who can outjump anyone anyway. Just work on his heading and he'll be lethal from corners and anything. He's never going to get out jumped. Well held again by Onana, but Nketiah is getting around the right hand side far too easily. I think it's because they're playing quite narrow. He's almost getting like the drop onto Tijani. Maybe if we stick him, I'll go inverted. Just get him to go a bit tighter, like infield a bit more, and do the same with Kimmich. Just so they like tuck in a bit more, just to try and plug that gap. Because we haven't got like a sitting midfielder there at the moment, because I'm playing more like a flat 2. I might revert to a staggered DMCM situation, because I do kind of like that. Lovely ball from Ødegaard over the top. He's probably going to have to come off at half time because he is so tired. Vlahovic makes it 3-0. Darwin Núñez is having an absolute stormer of a game. 2 assists and 1 goal for Darwin Núñez. Real Madrid drawing with Benfica. Lovely. He went for the chip again. He loves a chip, does Vlahovic. Don't always come off though. Sometimes I wish he'd just lace it into the bottom corner. What can we do? Can we get a... Ooh, thought we might have got a last minute goal just on the stroke of half time. Gavi all the way back to Núñez. Heads it back over. Unlucky. There goes Dimmy. Great. Come on. No, that's fine. Olympiacos have assembled a proper little random team. They've got Eddie Nketiah, Damari Gray. I think I saw they've got Chris Wood. And who else did I see that they've got there as well? Oh, yeah, Manu Milanez. I remember him being at like Celta Vigo and stuff. Ordinarily, he was quite a decent player on FM 19, I believe. Who else they got? Yeah, Savic, Jean-Philippe Gbamin. It's quite a random team. They've got Dinamo Kiev. I've got Philippe Coutinho as well, would you believe it? That was a lovely goal. And I do genuinely think he may have been offside. It looked like he may have just peeled forward just a little bit too much, yeah. Another goal disallowed in this game. Great pass from Gavi. Oh, well. Yeah, who else have they got? Kenny Lala. What Cisse is that? Pape Cisse. I don't know which one that one is. Just seems a proper, like, sort of mishmash of, like, sort of failed Premier League players. Fair few Everton ones as well. Gbamin, Damari Gray. Is that Amadou Haidara as well? Because if so, this is actually quite a good Olympiacos team. And, yeah, fair play on the squad building. Angelo Erdegaard makes it 4-0, and that's going to be his last action because he is going to come off for Dario. But we're not going to play Dario as Mazzala. We'll play him as a ball winner. Yeah, ball winner. No, come on, let me change it. I'll just have to go into tactics. He's going to become the deep player. And he's going to become the ball winner. Damari Gray makes it 4-1. Oh yeah, Andrea Pinamonti as well. Like proper, like journeyman Serie A Italian striker. He's been kicking around for a few FMs now. Gavi probably needs to come off. But Florian Wirtz picked up a tight hamstring just before the game, so I don't even think I've got him in the squad. Vlahovic, don't tell me he's offside again. Oh my days. That's 3 goals we've had disallowed in this game. 2 for Vlahovic, 1 from Nunes. Nunes is pulling the strings. Oh, should have scored. Yeah, I'm just going to put Makoko in there as a number 10. And you know what? We'll make him a shadow striker because he can't really play there, but you know what? He'll just have to fit in. It's not going to make much of a difference now. Just don't want Gavi getting injured. Yes, Martinek, well done. He's another like really young player who has got really great attributes. It looks like he could be really good, but it's whether we'll play long enough. What I might do is when this finishes, is I might then just like sim like 5 seasons ahead. Jake Cooper did something similar with his Lille legend save, which was really interesting. Like obviously it'd be interesting to see how the team does, but actually like, you know, competition wise, but actually just to see how the players develop and what the teams are like at that, you know, like 5 years in the future. You know, just to see how Makoko does. Obviously that's assuming we win the Champions League this season. You know, we might not do, but to win it in 5 seasons will be quite nice. And like I said, with the team we've got, I think it would be a bit of a dramatic failure if we don't. You know, the team is ridiculously good. You know, there's like superstars in pretty much every position. What I have to remember as well is like, you know, the likes of Karim Adeyemi, people may not necessarily consider as a superstar per se, but at this point in the game, this point in the game, he is one of the better wingers in the game. He's like 4-star rated by my like analysts and stuff, and like by my coaching staff. He's getting quoted by like Real Madrid, Man United, bidding like 70 mil and stuff for him. He really is like, one of the best in his position in the game, like probably like top 10 maybe. It might technically be our weakest area. He's offside again. Offside again, Vlahovic. Great, Mbappe's picked up a knock. What has he done? Angelo. Right now, I'll just take full time. I just don't want any more injuries now. Mbappe's got a tight hamstring. Great. I think I've got like a relatively comfortable game next though, so in the league, so I can definitely rest him. Mokoko Vlahovic. He does make it 5-1. I had to wait then to make sure he wasn't going to be offside. Mokoko, considering he wasn't seemingly that proficient as a shadow striker, did alright there. Nice. So just looking at the schedule, I think we'll probably look to bring it back for be like the Champions League first knockout round in February. It's been very presumptive of me that after 3 games we're going to go through, but we've literally put 8 goals past our other 2 rivals in this group in 2 games. So I really don't think we should be worrying about going through. It's just going to be whether we can come out on top. Yeah, if you enjoyed today's episode, please do leave a like, drop a comment down below. Sorry it's been a little bit longer than normal. But yeah, we had a fair bit to catch up on because we kind of just ended last season after the Champions League disappointment. Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed it, and take it easy, stay safe, and I will see you next time. I'm going to go and record the next Pentagon episode, so I will see you there, hopefully. Yeah, if you've not checked it out already, please do. It is quite fun. It's literally going to see us through till like November of this year when the new FM comes out. I suspect we've got to try and win every single Champions League going. And I think we've got a decent chance of having a crack at the Asian Champions League now. But yeah, I'll see you over there. Take care, everyone. Bye.